This
What's
is
up, homies?
TPAW,
Karnage 6778.
and it's Crazy Peas. Today we're going to talk about Godzilla, Kaijus. He wants to bring up Mechs. You know, I watched The Boys, so there's going to be some talk about pop culture stuff, and you know, there's also been some small bit of Godzilla news recently, but
Got nipple news? Okay, cool.
June is about to end, shortly, and I'm about to already be in July, which, holy fuck, 7 months into the year.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 2024 is already halfway over, and we're about to enter the second half of the year, and
Feels like
giant heat
there.
wave from hell hit us, ourselves. We just got done fixing the, today we had to fix the AC unit they have called a swamp cooler. But I honestly, it was like, hell yeah, because I jumped up on the roof with him and helped, fix
we
it.
did fucking badassness.
Yeah, no, we there's a lot of stuff that he can't do because his fingers are the way they are with the whole CMT thing, and my hands are as normal as you can get for a able person, and so I was able to do a lot of the stuff he couldn't do. So, but it also felt awesome being able to do that, and I honestly didn't think that it would be that simple and easy to fix an AC unit. Also, I'm wearing
Well, it's
a
not
cool
really
shirt.
an AC unit because it's not, below the house.
I like the shirt I'm wearing. It's Deadpool, Believe in Yourself. Soon I will get a hold of the Wolverine and Deadpool shirt, because that one's cool. He's got that one.
Yeah, I'll have to do laundry because it's in the laundry.
Yeah.
And so that way I can wear it next week.
Yeah. Then maybe what I'll do is me and the wife will go to the Walmart and see if we could find the shirt, and then I'll just get a hold of it. And then next week we'll just be, t-shirt twinners.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's going to be how this episode's going to go for a bit. Last week, things got weird, but that's because life was weird. May was a giant clusterfuck of stupidity, and June sort of followed that as a sequel. I guess, the second last month of the mid-tier of the year type of time frame for it to act weird. But that's how our life is going.
Alright, that's good.
It's kind of how our life is going. Is life is weird and abstract, and things are kind of crazy.
Naked women on my phone.
Apparently, and we're in the 20s. We're in the 20s. We're almost to the mid part of the. I mean, think about this.
We're
in the
almost
next,
to the 20,
yeah,
2030.
Yeah, we're like halfway there already. Like by the time we get to 2025 in 6 months, we're gonna be halfway through the 20s. Like it's kind of weird. It was funny is during the halfway to the 2010s, I had a child. His name is Aryan, and he's now 9. But yeah.
And he's apeshit nuts, just
Yes.
like the rest of us.
Yep, and he stole my cinnamon roll last night. I literally heard a Skyrim in my head as I got annoyed at him and was like, do I need to beat your ass? It was, dad talk to the child. Not I'm actually going to go around beating him. But, like, I tried to sound scary so that he could, like, be like, I'm sorry. But, like, literally dumped the damn thing on the floor. Like, the thing was face down on the floor, so when I picked it up, I was like, I know we just vacuumed, but that looks like you tried to vacuum the floor again with a cinnamon roll. But, well, like, I heard the guard in my head, did someone turn this into a sweet roll? But, that's what I heard in my head anyway as I was coming back upstairs. But, yeah, no, life's been kind of weird. Guy that was living in our trailer is in county. Lady that was with him is also gone. So now we've got a new trailer resident, my stepdad, who got kicked out of the place that he was living in. So, life's weird.
Right?
Like, I'm watching as that trailer is becoming like that door that always gets a turn. And
I mean, with the last girl that just left, I think I showed her a pretty good turn.
You did.
I mean, you made jokes about being out there and
dude,
listening to the noise, and you're like, I thought he was always talking shit. Holy fuck, motherfuckers actually get game, like he said.
Yeah, there are days
I thought it was funny as shit.
I'm kind of just here and like half serious and like trying to make jokes, but like depending on how my day goes, I just go Wolverine a bit more. And then other days where I go straight up Deadpool, make everyone annoyed, and then
Except for me.
Yeah, and then they realize that it's like, do you want this version of me or do you want the annoyed at life me? And they're like, okay, go back to telling jokes, it's fine. And whereas he always loves the jokes, but like I always made his girl.
I mean, I
his
like everything.
now ex-girlfriend's eyebrows raised because she'd be like, "Did you just say that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I could say more." But
And I'd just laugh, and she'd be like, "You're laughing at that?" Well,
Yep.
duh, it was funny. Like, hello, bitch.
Yeah, no, it was kind of weird because like I'd come outside and like I would just get off work because I work a day job and get off work,
Ew.
go outside of the backyard. They'd be out there already, sitting down, doing whatever they're doing. Sometimes they were petting each other, sometimes they were flirting, and sometimes she was just gossiping. Gossiping is usually her status quo, her MO. And I was outside, and I came out, and I ended up firing off one-liners.
We do best.
Yeah, I'm firing off one-liners left and right as, she's gossiping. And the whole time she's like looking at him, at Karnage, going, "Did he just say that?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course. It's TPAW." And so,
bitch.
yeah, so it's just like, yeah. But recently he watched Godzilla -1, the Kaiju movie that came out recently last year.
The remake, yeah. It was a
Yeah.
really good one.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed the hell out of it. That was my 5th time watching it in the space of
it was fun
a
as
month.
hell.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it because I've actually watched the original back in the 80s, and
Yeah.
watching that one, I'm like, oh, I know this story. Okay, I just gotta sit back and watch this.
Yeah, exactly.
But you get to see a little bit more of the human side of it that they didn't show in the original Godzilla, which is what I liked.
Yeah, no, the thing that really threw me when I was first watching it was there's that part where they go into Ginza, I think is the town's name.
I don't remember.
Ginza, I think, is the town's name. But they went to Ginza, the place where the main character, Noriko, she goes to go get a job from.
Yeah.
And when they go to Ginza, the old score from, like, the 60s or the 40s, like, that time period of Godzilla
50s, I think.
was playing when they went to Ginza. And the whole time, if you're a solid Godzilla fan that knows...
Or
Kaiju fan that knows the score, knows how all the sounds work, kind of knows all the textbook stuff they tend to hit with these movies, you listen to it and you're like, oh, people are about to die. and so you watch as Godzilla shows up, as if like on cue, and just starts wrecking everything. And then they show like a news crew, because this is 1945 in the time. It's basically a period piece. So it's in 1945. News crew sitting on the roof. They're having the old archaic cameras and the microphones. Everything's all retro, back to 50s to 40s. And they're like, "We should not be on this roof. We are in danger. But oh my God, this monster is showing up." And the town theater that has been iconic for everybody raised in seconds. And I'm like, watch this, and I'm like, no shit. Like,
right?
Because Godzilla turns around and his tail just whacks the building out of place. Like,
it's like, bye, bitch.
yeah. Like, there's a dog wagging its tail, and it hits you in the face, and instead of your face falling off or your head falling off, you just get whacked in the face with fur. No, Godzilla turns around and a building disappears. And it doesn't disappear.
And lots of people die.
Yeah. It doesn't just disappear. It crumbles, implodes, and falls in on itself. And you're like...
I hope nobody was in there.
Someone probably died, didn't they?
Well, at least 5 of the 20 people that were in there.
Yeah. Or the 100. But, yeah, then you see, like, the scenes in which, the overhead shots is it shows, like, it's like the director's trying to show you just how many people are running away from the carnage and, like, are running away from, like, the decimation, just the destruction of the city.
No, you said the word of the day.
Yeah, carnage. Yeah. And so, like, you watch this, hundreds of people are just running away from this, because Godzilla, in actual general terms, he is supposed, or she, or it, is supposed to mean, it's a metaphor for a nuclear bomb. Like, that's why every time Godzilla is on scene, you expect something to break.
Well, it's the manifestation of a nuclear bomb in monster form.
Yeah, essentially.
Because that's supposed to be like the origin of all Kaijus, and Godzilla's the original.
Yeah.
It's like, nuclear bombs went off. We literally fueled this because we sent out mutagens and whatnot into the world. So instead of X-Men and mutants, we're getting Kaijus.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what I like about it.
And the real part that I really like is honestly the one that's the scariest, which is when his scales light up blue. For this movie, it's blue. For the other movie we watched a while ago, Godzilla and Kong, that was purple. But in this movie, it's blue.
Each one, I swear, they changed the color of the freaking thing, because I've seen it in red, blue, white, yellow.
Yeah, it seems like the colors constantly change, and so his
I've even
spines
seen
start
green.
lighting up blue, and as soon as they start lighting up blue, you're like, "Oh shit, he's about to raise some hell," and you know
Bye.
the expectation is set, and you know you're validated within about a minute because about a minute
Or
later,
less.
his mouth just starts to light up, and his eyes start to whiten a little bit, and he goes, and you see like this giant beam of just
straight plasma.
and it was funny is in the previous adaptations it would like be a beam of energy, and then like you'd see buildings disappear or break or whatever, but there would never be like a massive blast, whereas on this show
Oh, I liked that
was
part, Godzilla -1, because the explosions. I'm like, okay, that's more reasonable because if it's a plasma, especially because if you're in the city, you have gas,
Yeah.
natural gas or whatever is going on. You're gonna have explosions everywhere because plasma is just superheated matter.
yeah, and so you watch as not only does the plasma beams hit his target, but then you watch as like it's such a concentrated giant blast that he'll have to recharge now, that once it hits, like it's not even the blast that kills everybody. It's the seismic waves that hit after, because as soon as it hit, you see this giant like an explosion, like a bomb just went off. Hence the metaphor. And you're watching as waves of energy are flying.
Mythbusters?
What?
Mythbusters.
Here and there.
Okay, the favorite one that I like that kind of shows what you're talking about is when they blow up a cement truck.
Yeah.
And they have to get up on top of the hill for the camera, and they got to go on the other side of the hill because it's in a quarry.
Yeah.
That they put it in, and when it went off, and the camera, and the one that was closest went, "Bye, bitch." I'm like, yeah, there we go. That's what happens when shit goes boom.
Yeah, no, it's like the waves that kill everybody isn't even the blast. It's just the waves of destruction that follow.
I thought it was funny that it looked like the way it threw up all the debris. It's like, oh look, it looks like a nuclear bomb, but it's not nuclear. It's just a big
like
explosion.
You see the ground start to vibrate. The walls of the buildings around them are just going, and then you start seeing like them just peeling away as the heat of the blast and the waves of energy and just propulsion and velocity just raise everything, and you're watching as everything's just falling apart from the after effects of the blast. And what I liked about the part of the story that bugged me, even with the watching with him, was the part where Noriko gets killed. She gets blasted away.
Supposedly killed.
Yeah.
Because that's the funny part. I'm like, I bet you she's not dead.
And it's not even the fact
I said that and you just snickered. I'm like, okay, I'm right.
I said I ain't saying shit, but my facial expression betrayed me.
You said I ain't saying shit. Okay, she's alive.
Right, yeah.
I didn't even have to think about it. That was like an automatic
I say keep watching, but he's been around me long enough to know that when I say keep watching, my body language automatically goes, hey, guess what? Fuck you. And that's what it, he knows. But like, yeah, no, when she like throws our main character off to the side and then gets, basically goes,
sucked back in.
And falls away and, gets sucked back into everything. Then, at that point I was just like watching this, I'm like, did she just get fridged? Yeah, she just got fridged because it's advancing the main story of their main character. So she dies, or quote unquote
supposedly dies,
and then falls away, and then after that you don't see her until the very end of the movie. But like,
yeah, because she's MIA.
Yeah, she's just gone. It's like they were like, how do we get Noriko out of this story for right now? I know, Godzilla throws a blast, and she doesn't get hit by the blast, but she gets hit by the waves that follow. Okay, cool. Now she's out, and then she's just gone for the rest of the movie until the very end. But
like the last 2 minutes,
yeah, and so it just kind of feels like that fridging trope happened. But like, the what they did with it though, with her and how they did it, it works. It works for what it is, because it also
works for them doing a second film.
So. Yeah. Like, not only did she not die, but the very last part of the movie where she looks at him and she says, is it over now? Like, she's not asking, is it over, like, in general? Like, she knows it's over because she's still alive. The hospital she's in isn't fucking destroyed. She asks him, is your war over? Like, can you move past
what you've seen and
yeah,
what you've been through.
what your experiences, the experiences that you were being haunted by, that caused us relationship issues. Like
Not even no. Technically, it wasn't even relationship issues. It was issues because you wouldn't start a relationship.
right. Well, then technically that's both then.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like that part hit me hard, like it did, and the wife cried.
I saw it, and then I'm like, she's like kicking him in the nuts. Are you done being a dick?
Right.
I'm ready to get married, motherfucker. We have a kid that's not our kid, but basically calls me mommy and you daddy, motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah.
Grow
like,
a pair of balls and grow up.
Child's drawing him, pictures of them as a family, and in front of his military friends, going, "Daddy," and he's like, "Don't call me daddy," and they're like, "That's bad. That's rude. Like that's hurtful." And
you're being a little prick, right?
Yeah, you're being a dick. Like what the hell? Like you're being an insecure dick. And so I
found it funny, especially after the situation I just went through with my ex's daughter calling me Dada.
Yeah.
And Dad.
Yeah.
So that one kind of hit a little hard for me. I'm like, you fucking prick.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm right there.
That sort of stuff always hurts.
Yeah, especially if you step up and try to do more.
Badass.
Yeah, and try to do more for the kid and everything, and then she starts, giving you that type of affection and endearment and calls you daddy and stuff, and then you just looked away. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
But it was the only way I could deal with the ex because of the bullshit she was trying to pull. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I had to do it more for me than anybody else, which I'm kind of sad that it hurt the kid or it might hurt the kid. So we'll see what happens when I run into them. Like I said, give me 6 months, I'll end up randomly running into them when I'm running through Ogden like I do every fucking few months.
And just watches like later on, years later, she's still calling you daddy.
She's like, Daddy! Runs up, gives me a hug.
Yep.
I'm like...
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it was funny. Okay, so let's put it this way. Him,
Karnage.
and Karnage, and the
ex,
the baby daddy who helped create the child, who is my long-term friend, and is currently in county right now. That whole dynamic there is kind of like Severus Snape. Like I was thinking about it the last couple weeks and running through my head.
Yeah, you talked about it with me last week.
Yeah, that like because she looks like her baby, like her father, her blood father. She looks like her blood father, and so like she looks like a female version of him. And so when I was
so
when I was interacting with them before the mommy dipped out, I was realizing I was sitting here at this desk, dealing with stuff and being like, and then being like, holy crap, I just realized something, and then like, to myself and being like, this is kind of like if Severus Snape were to be, that father figure to Harry
or that nice uncle.
Or that nice uncle that he deserved, and then I told it to him. He found it funny, and then I kind of spelled it out that I'm like, well, technically James Potter looks, Harry Potter is a spitting image of his father, but as his mom's eyes, and with her, she's a spitting image of her father, but she has her father's eyes, and so.
Well, her eyes are weird because they're not as shit brown as Hallett's.
Yeah. But
they're the perfect combo of her, gray like mine, the gray blue.
Yeah.
But the brown's the more dominant, so that's what you see. But like her mom's eyes, it's got like a black outline around it.
Yeah.
Which was cute as shit.
Yeah, so it's like, there's like dynamic similarity. It's not the exact same, but it's similar.
Well, sorry, my mind just went into
Yeah, and so I just kind of like...
No offense, Alice got shit brown eyes.
And so I just kind of like went, holy shit, like I just realized something like... Rowling could have written Severus Snape and the whole series way different if she had gone deeper into the psychology of the characters.
And he didn't treat Harry like shit just because he looked like James. He treated him with love and compassion because he still loved and proved it because of his Patronus.
Mm-hmm.
How he loved Lily.
Yeah, it looked like a doe. To the point where in the 7th book, not the movie, because the movie is what it is, but wasn't the same as the book.
No, the book goes into better detail.
Yeah, the book, it literally like spells it out for you that Snape was there when Harry went to go get the sword and saw the doe and was confused because he was flashbacking to book 3 when he saw his father's Patronus, didn't realize it was his Patronus with time travel, and thought he was going to meet his father, and then he didn't.
And then realized it was his.
Yeah, and then realized it was his. But in this one, it's flipped and inverted because he didn't realize that the Patronus he saw was actually Snape's Patronus, and that was a complete plot twist. And because we never know what Snape's actual Patronus is. I thought Snape's would have been
spot on.
I thought Snape's would have been a bat, to be honest.
Well, no, because it's the happiest memory. His happiest memory is when him and Lily were kids and they were friends, and he fell in love with her as a child.
Yeah, and so his Patronus changed to the doe, and probably had been a doe for a while. But, like, the fact that he has that, and the fact that he was basking in that, marinating in that, and that, you know, breath of air and everything, and yet treated Harry the way he did. Like, I understand the whole, double agent, triple agent, whatever, but, like, could have been handled a lot better, storytelling-wise.
Could have been handled way differently, so that way it didn't look like he was... So that way when Voldemort came at him, it's like, oh no, I was playing nice, so that way they would never know. I was still on your side.
Technically, it'd be more brilliant to, like, be loving and affectionate toward the main hero, and really you're calling that a cover-up to the big bad guy.
So and that way the big bad guy doesn't kill you because there's no,
Because it also would create more mistrust if, like, for instance, Snape's always been nice to him, always been nurturing to him.
The funny part for me would have been in, I think it was book 5 or 6.
Yeah.
With the 6. When Dumbledore died, right?
Yeah.
6?
Yeah, 6.
Okay. With the whole thing with, Ring. Fucking Blondie.
Draco?
Yeah, if him and Harry would have became best friends.
Yeah, no, I honestly was expecting that.
Because if Snape would have been nicer to Harry, would Draco and him become friends?
They would have been rivals at first, like they were, and then they would have grown into
friends.
That friendship thing.
Yeah.
And they would have become unlikely allies.
Before all the bullshit happened in the 7th book.
Yeah, they would have become unlikely allies.
Yeah.
Which would have been a far better dynamic.
And it would have made the story more interesting, him pretending to do what Voldemort wants because he has to, because his daddy and mom are literally being held by the throat by a snake.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have made a way better dynamic.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that Bellatrix would have been confused. Because she's already a psychopath and a crazy person, and if she gets
broken beyond broken,
and then finds out that her her nephew is becoming has become unlikely allies with the boy who lived, and then is stuck in a conflict.
Masters.
Yeah,
rivals.
Stuck in a massive conflict with the fact that because the way she put it in the series is it's so cut and dry as to who's good and who's bad, and this would have thrown in a complete total 180 type of acts into the mix and made it more dynamic, more flavorful.
It'd have made it more fun for readers like me and you.
Yeah, it would have.
Because, no offense, I can't read that book. It puts me the fuck to sleep, just like Twilight. If I want to listen to it, it's got to be an audiobook, so that way I can just go,
yeah.
And then I drive.
Dude, when I listened to the 7th book, I realized this recently, because I was listening to Neil Gaiman one of the books by Neil Gaiman. I was listening to it, and then because of the fact that I have really bad ADHD and ADD, right. I can't stay on one book. Unless it's Neil Gaiman's work. Neil Gaiman's comic series, The Sandman, is a very, very big exception.
You said that was a really good one.
Because it was the one I could listen to from start to finish and never skip or anything. But a lot of the audiobooks I end up getting, I get 4 or 5 chapters in and then I change. And I change the book that I'm listening to, and then I'll eventually finish it. But, it takes a while. But with Potter, Potter, I got 3 or 4 chapters into it, and then I was trying to rewrite it in my head because the fact that it was starting to annoy me.
Well, let's see. What else have we rewritten on this podcast?
Twilight.
Twilight. Loki, the first season.
Yep.
5 or 6 other things in the MCU and the DC universe.
Yeah, what we played around with and like come up with a different version of it. Like in Twilight,
or a better idea for how it would work if they did it this way.
Yeah, in Twilight, I freaking just killed off half the cast.
Me and you ripped that thing apart, and you're like, this! I'm like, well, what better if we do it like this?
Yeah.
And you're like, ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
And we bounced ideas off each other for like an hour. That was like a whole podcast.
It was taking the whole fabric of like what the story actually is and then being like, huh.
Versus the way it was written, yeah.
But like, because it's not like changing it too much. It's just simply taking the cogs, twisting them a little bit, and then creating a nice little alt-universe version of it to where the story still works the way it is, but what we're doing is just
dying. It wasn't just a vision.
Changing some of the things to make it more flavorful and and as Robert Meyer Burnett would put it, adding more verisimilitude to the mix and making it, more dynamic.
I mean, how often have me and you gone over like freaking TV series that we've watched or movies that we've watched and stuff? We're like, ooh, I'm gonna adjust that.
Yeah.
You're like, I do it this way. I'm like, I know, but for people who like shows like me, I do it this way.
Yeah. No, we've literally like watched shows.
And then we find ways to do both in a whole series. It's like, you know what, that would work for both of us.
Yeah, no, we've literally gone in and watched a show, like an episode or two or something, and then sometimes he's on board with it, sometimes he's not. Sometimes he just wants to enjoy it as it is, but there will be times where I'll be like...
I want to enjoy it, and then we'll discuss afterwards. Shut up, let me enjoy it while I'm watching it.
He's literally told me that one time, because we were sitting there, I was sitting on the armchair, because his sister usually sits on the armchair. I usually sit on the couch, because those two end up just sitting on the armchairs. And when it was one night where she was upstairs, so I was on the armchair, and he really went, can you just not for right now until after, wait till after it's over, then we'll discuss it. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Well, because when you talk, I can't 100% pay attention, so I'll miss part of the story. Shh, shut up!
Yeah.
Make sure I get it all.
Funny is with Godzilla -1, I didn't do that once. Like, I just kind of sat there.
You zoned in.
Yeah, I zoned in, and then the wife was the one that was talking and asking me over and over again, what's this part, what's this part? And I'm like, keep watching. I literally just kept telling her that, keep watching. And then, like, there was one part where she was crying, and she's like, I'm going to cry again. I'm like, good. And then she's like, but you didn't make this. And I'm like, so, keep watching. And she's like, but what about this part? I'm like, I'm not spelling it out for you. Just keep going.
Well, I remember also when I was watching it with you guys, she's like, oh, I cried during this part. Oh, I cried during this part. Oh, there's a part coming up that's going to make me cry. Okay, good for you. I don't care. It's Godzilla. Shut up.
Yeah.
And I just zoned the fuck in.
Pretty much. Like, there was a part where, in the fucking climax, before the guy, it's funny, is he called the plot twist, like, a mile
Straight
away.
Off.
And I didn't say shit. Like, I didn't say anything at all. I wasn't even, like, I just, silent observer, just watched the movie.
You wanted to see what my reaction would be.
And I just looked at him and smirked because he's like, he put an ejection sheet in there, didn't he? And I'm like, he just stared at him and smirked and was like, keep watching. And he just goes, I already know. And then, like, when they got to the part where they flash back in the story and do the whole flashback,
and then,
he does the whole scene where he's like, and I put an ejector seat in here, so, live. You live to keep going. And he's just like, called it. And I'm just like going, yes, you called it.
I mean, when you see it and it's obvious, it's like, oh, he's putting an ejector seat in there. I wonder if he's going to tell him or set it up so when he hits the button to make the bomb go off, it just shoots his ass out.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's wait and watch.
Literally, though, as the guy was showing him stuff that's in the co-pilot seat, because he's in the scene, he's showing him all the stuff he did with the ship, and the main character is listening to him or talking to him or whatever. And while this whole scene's going on, this motherfucker over here goes, and he put an ejector seat in there. It's somewhere in the bottom, and I'm like, I just kind of look at him and I went, just keep watching. And he's like, dude, I already know. And then like before they even did the flashback scene at all, and then the wife's like, I didn't call that. And he's like, that's your problem, not mine. He's like, that sounds like a you issue. And then as we kept watching the movie, we got to that next part, and he's like, called it. And I'm just like going, of course you did. And she's like...
But while we're sitting at home watching it not in a movie theater, I'll call it.
Yeah, I know. It's almost never silent when we're watching a movie. Like, even if it's a movie we, like, have never seen before, we end up talking. and
Yep.
and I'll try to like focus on the movie itself, but especially if these two lunatics, him and my wife, end up talking at all, I'm just like going, I'm glad there's subtitles.
Well,
because I almost never talk
my first
unless I
thought is
have to
when
add
I'm
something.
at home and I see a plot and I know it's something you've already watched. I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen then. Okay, I thought it was right. I just look over you and it says you can fix shit.
Yeah.
Or, oh fuck, I don't know. Why are we watching this movie?
I do a quick shrug. I'm just like, whatever. And he just goes, okay, I knew I was right. And I'm like, how did that? I didn't say that. And he's just like, yes, you did. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And he's like, you did. And I'm like, and then in my head, Loki goes, your tell gave it away. And I'm like, fuck. His body language is a thing. But like, yeah, no, the wife,
We've gotten so used to each other. Reading news is easy as reading everybody else some days. So I just go there and go, okay, that's what he's really talking about. Cool.
Yeah. Same thing with him. I've been around him so long that I'm just like, you have all your tells.
Yep. I know what mine are, and I don't give a shit.
So it's like, yeah, no, we promised you guys kaiju talk, so here you go. You get some kaiju talk. We didn't do it last week, but doing it this week. This is why it's called Take Two. Actually, it's the second try. But, yeah, no, it's, what did you want to talk about with Mechs?
Well, no, the funny part, like, Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
We need two guys to operate it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's like the, well, that's not even the origins of Mechs, because Mechs used to be like a 3 to 5 person team, depending on the mech and depending on which universe you go in. But eventually, what all the mech universes get to is Gundams.
Yeah.
One guy in the driver's seat, and either doesn't even have to think, especially with like the main Gundam for all the Gundams is Gundam Zero.
Yeah.
It's so connected and ingrained into the person. Doesn't even really have to do anything. He understands it and it understands him. It's like they're just synced.
Makes
That's
sense.
why I like Pacific Rim, because they try to connect them, like wire them into the Mechs
Yeah.
without them actually being in the Mechs.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, so this is kind of like you're doing the Zero, Gundam Zero, but you're trying to keep it like it's safe for the movie, so this is like version 1, while they're fighting all the Kaijus.
Makes sense. Yeah, no,
So that's why I always find it funny, like when you were talking about doing the Kaiju
Kaiju
podcast,
Unite, yeah.
with
Jonas.
Jonas.
Yeah.
Brain was like, nope, not thinking of the name.
Yeah.
But with Jonas, I'm like, oh, so Godzilla, King Kong, and then I just named off like 5 or 6 others that day, and I don't even remember which ones I named off. And you're like, oh yeah, all those guys. That's what he's talked about. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I was talking to Jonas for a while before we even started the Kaiju Unite podcast, and he went into like all these little parts of Godzilla history that exist.
Mothra.
And I'm like going, I'm a Godzilla fan, but I didn't know shit about any of that. And I'm like, am I even a real Godzilla fan? And he's like, no, you are. He's like, you love Godzilla, and you know enough about him that you could talk about him. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to need a lot of refreshing. But, like, from what I understand, like, he was showing me, like, clips from different pieces of Godzilla media in which they were literally riding around in mechs. And then you had, like, the kaijus, the monsters running around the territory, like, with its cities or forests or anything like that. And there's even
just in the middle of the mountains, yeah.
Yeah, and there's even clips of, like, Godzilla facing off with a black hole. And he won. Like, I was watching this.
That's just a funny one. It
was like 3 in the morning. I mean, you know, for Jonas, he's 8 hours ahead of me, so it's like midday or mid-morning for him. And for me, it's like 3 in the morning, and he's showing me a video of Godzilla, and it's this really weird, like, almost cartoonish Japanese live-action movie that happened in the 80s, I think, in which they literally threw a black hole at him. Like, the black hole looks like you would, if you were to Google black hole, it's like a little disc, and they threw the disc at him.
Hold up, pause. If anybody knows Cowboy Bebop, it's kind of like the Cowboy Bebop black hole bullets. He shoots it, and as soon as it hits target, black hole.
Yeah.
And I can't remember
kind of like that.
What kind of mutants? Because it's not part of X-Men, but it's a part of, I can't remember the other series, but a mutant power where she can manifest black holes in front of her to like block and suck up anything anybody shoots at her.
Yeah.
It's that sort of thing, but it's a mech shooting the black hole at Godzilla.
Yeah, like it was this really weird like scene where like
I
these
know
people
exactly
are
which one you're
these
talking
people
about.
are
You're
operating
describing
their
it, and I already know
computers.
it.
They're operating their computers in a station. It looks like a space station, but it's like a station of some kind. And then you had
It's
other
the military station under a mountain.
yeah, and then the people that were operating the mechs, the ones he's talking about, the mech warriors, they're running around and below Godzilla, and Godzilla is not the same type of Godzilla that's in Godzilla Minus One. It's a giant lizard still, but this lizard somehow can fly and glide, and there's like different gifs of him like, being like on his back and flying forward or backward. And there's in this particular story.
Know, that's telekinesis Godzilla, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's literally like Jean in the 90s X-Men. She can float, she can fly because of the telekinesis.
Yeah.
He's literally telekinesis Godzilla.
Yeah, and in this particular edition, Godzilla is on a mountain, and they're shooting a black hole at him from above, from the sky. Black hole comes into the sky, doesn't even wreck the planet like I would think it would. No, it just comes down like a disc, and then Godzilla just kicks it off to the side. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, what the hell am I watching? And I'm watching as Godzilla's like a ninja dancing on one foot and then the other, and then he's jumping up in the air and floating, and then like kicking the black hole out of the way, and then it comes back at him. And the whole time you're watching the lady in the mech just like messing around with the black hole, and I'm just like watching this, and I'm like, this Japanese shit is weird. And then
oh, you want to know what's funny? That's kind of like some of the stuff with some of the Japanese animes, where I shoot an energy beam, a plasma beam out of my body.
Yeah.
You dodge it. It flips around and comes back at you because I'm still controlling it because it's still my energy of my body.
Makes sense. Yeah. No,
Happens in Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, any anime where you can actually use your chi or ki or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You basically body energy.
Yeah, I was like watching this thing that he showed me, and I'm like, did Godzilla just fight a black hole and win? And then Jonas is like, yes, because it's Godzilla. I'm like, okay.
That was the 80s Godzilla, bitch, really?
What's funny is they actually changed some of the Godzilla rules recently in the MonsterVerse. They said that going forward, he will not directly like eat or heavily maim human beings around him, which makes no sense to me. And like, there's like certain things are changing around about the Godzilla character.
It's them appeasing the was it Gen Zers?
It's funny is in Godzilla Minus One, he didn't even eat anybody. What he did was he bit him and threw him away. He like picked him up with his mouth and went arr, and then like you could see like the person's like body disappear into his mouth, and then he threw them.
He spit them up.
Yeah, and they stayed in one piece and they just flew. And then like one of them, he like picked them up and then body slammed them on the ground. And he like, and I'm like, the people in Jurassic Park, they were not treated that nicely. Especially the next scene where it shows all the bodies just in like
Gen
neat
Z
formation,
thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, people are getting hurt, motherfucker! It's a damn kaiju. They are like you when you're not paying attention and walk on bugs walking down the street.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Shut the fuck up. They're you, and you were the bug. Be squished and shut up about it, bitch.
Though I have to say, the cinematography in Godzilla Minus One was amazing.
It was great.
Especially the beginning. That beginning opening is like one of my favorite openings now in all of cinematic history, because they treated him like he was a dinosaur. Like the way that it was opened. It looked...
The way they talked about it at the very beginning before he shows up.
Up. It's like he's a dinosaur, and then when he does show up, it's like he's a T-Rex going around stomping in the area. And I'm like watching this and then I watched as he didn't rip any bodies apart. He didn't like grab the character and then throw it in the air and then, re-bite him and swallow it or anything. You didn't see any blood being sprayed anywhere. No, he just tossed them around. He's like, you're in my way. Bye. And I'm just like watching this. I'm like, that is a very nice T-Rex. Because I remember, because child, 90s kid, remember watching even Jurassic Park 2 or 3, watching as the character's in this cave, and for a fact the person dies, and you hear the crunching sound, and you're watching as the water is being decorated in blood. And as a kid, I'm watching this, and I'm like, oh my god, T-Rexes are cool, but they're scary. Whereas in this particular edition of Godzilla, it's like, yeah, he's scary, but he's nice.
Y'all pissed me off. I'm going to throw you around like ragdolls here, hoping you don't die.
Right, exactly.
But I thought it was funny after the first scene. He threw everybody around. Wasn't attempting to kill everybody, but everybody but one guy was dead.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, at least he still killed everybody. Fuck it.
Yeah, and it's funny.
That means he's a decent kaiju.
He's nicer to people than he is to buildings and boats. Because he just blew that boat to shit.
Oh, you want to fuck around and find out? Here's your find out.
Boat hits him in the face as he's like trying to grab the boat and throw it because it's in his way. And he grabs the boat, and then because of the water buoyancy, he starts falling backward a little bit, and the boat like practically covers him. So he disappears in the water, and you're like, oh shit, like is Godzilla gonna actually get hurt? And nope, the water, like they do a wide scale pull away shot of the crane shot as they show like water start to turn blue and light and bright and bluey and everything. It just glows, and then you hear this when he watches the ship just gets blown to shit, and you're just like, the boat pissed him off.
Motherfucker, I was walking.
Yeah, it's like people. I don't even know what people are to Godzilla anymore. I think they're just walking ants.
Oh look, you stupid bug.
Whereas the boat was big enough to be an obstacle.
Not an obstacle, an annoyance.
Yeah.
It's like stepping on a Lego.
And what's even funnier
Lego!
is Godzilla doesn't even stand in, like, because the ocean is giant and massive. So there's been a lot of articles I've been reading about how, like, apparently he must have, like, some really good water buoyancy. Because, like, in the last section of the movie, when all the boats are all converging together and all the armies of the humanity are coming together and shit, he's standing in the water, looks like he's standing in the water, but yet he's not standing because he can't, because his feet don't touch the floor, because there's no ocean floor there. Even though he's big, he's not that big. And so they were talking about how he's
some humor on it?
floating in the water as he's probably either pedaling his back feet or he's just floating.
No. He's always farting.
Always farting. Just feed him
There's some funny for you.
Yeah, just feed him some Taco Bell.
That was a joke. Oh, God. It was in 2000, 2001 after Godzilla 2000 came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the joke. Oh, no, the only reason he's floating on the water is because he's constantly has gas. It was a joke. I loved it. I'm like, we'll keep that one.
Yeah, no, that checks out. I mean, in a world where Godzilla can face off with black holes and win, and like, you know,
he can control his bowel movements. I'm constantly farting. Oh wait, hang on. He stops because he's taking a giant shit. And then he keeps going.
And he like flies across the screen and just like, it's like he's coasting. He's not even like standing, like, you know, doing the Superman thing where he's doing this. Well, even though he did in one of the clips I saw, where he's just like this and he's floating forward. Like in this one, in one of the ones I saw him like this, he's laying on his back and he's flying like this and going butt first. And so in that world, you could easily be farting.
That's a reverse fart.
Yeah. You could easily be farting in the water and just keep yourself going. Barking spiders, assist me.
It would be like, she likes anal. How can you tell? I was 5 inches away. She sucked me in.
Kind of like that one lady you were talking about, where you're like, you were starting to pull out, and then it sucked you right back in.
That was the X.
Yeah.
Bitches. Okay. The funny part about the X.
Mm-hmm.
Her pussy ate 2 condoms. She's like, no, I want that dick. I found that hilarious.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've never had that happen before with the other, like...
Condom goes...
With the other 5 partners I've had other than her, and it's just like... Your pussy ate the condom. What? I went to go get it. She's like, no. I was just in there. I already know where everything's at, sweetheart.
You just reach in there and
she
go.
got all nervous as shit. I'm like, bitch.
Reach in. Okay, there we
She's
go.
like, I can't find it. Give me a second.
It's just latex.
There it is.
It's just
Throw it
latex.
Yeah, but if you can't texture fill it, and because
Yeah.
I can't feel anything, I just go until I don't feel skin.
Yeah.
Because that's the only texture I can feel when I got a finger in the lady.
Yeah.
Is skin.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference is if you're hitting the back end of the clip, which is the G spot. It's like, hey, look, I touched both buttons at once. Hey, look, she can't breathe. She can't talk. I wonder how long I can hold this. Nah, but I like putting my finger in while I'm eating her out because I can hold the clit with my teeth and just tap, 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 tap.
Yep.
The sensation drives the make shit nuts, and I've seen it enough times where I do that, then I look up to see where her face is. Her eyes are looking at her own thoughts, and she's leaning so far backward she's about through the ground. Through the bed into the floor. It's like, oh, this is fun.
She disappeared.
I'll just stay right here.
She disappeared into the void.
Her own void, but yes.
Yeah.
I did not know I could go there. You want to go again? Too bad, bitch.
Yeah, no, it was funny because...
You know I'm sadistic as shit and love that crap. You have no idea where you are. This is fun.
Yeah.
I have blast with that.
Could you ever, if she turned into a kaiju, or turned into a kaiju hybrid where she's still human, or at least has human parts, and is part kaiju, would you still get with her?
Oh, I'd drill the fuck out of her just for shits and giggles. Haha, I fucked a kaiju.
Karnage is into monster fucking. You've heard it here first. So if you're a part monster, he will probably fuck you.
Well, if you're a furry bitch, we can have fun with that too. I have no issues with furries. Furries can be fun.
That's a very nice beaver.
Would you like to see my snake?
The beaver and the snake. That I have to make that a chapter title officially.
That sounds like a joke like they would do in How I Met Your Mom.
Yeah.
Because the main female character talks, they end up finding out that she did a TV show as a teenager. My beaver! Because they're Canadian, so beavers, and they went, it's a pet. Sure it is.
Yeah, sure.
Because of the way it's all scripted. Yeah, no, that those are definitely innuendos the adults put in there for all the adults to laugh at while the kids were watching your show, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
No, I'll never admit it. Because she's Canadian and shit, and the two guys that are sitting there watching are just laughing their asses off.
Yeah.
So.
Pretty much.
It was a giant joke.
Yeah, I remember that was funny is the guy, it was Josh Fry. He's one of my buddies that I've known since I was like 18, 19. And...
That's been a good while.
Oh, yeah. No, we've been knowing each other for a while. But, like, he loves How I Met Your Mother.
It's a good show. You
like,
should watch it. I think
adores
it's
the hell out of
on...
it. But I think he ignores all the
I think
innuendos.
it's on Max.
Yeah. It's on time. It's on HBO
year,
Max?
I think so. Because... Or Netflix. I don't know which.
Yeah.
But because of some of the stuff they say in it, it's probably on HBO.
No.
It's on Max.
What's funny is it's not even...
The only reason I know that is because for the 1 year I paid for,
yeah,
I watched all of How I Met Your Mom, rewatched Friends for shits and giggles, watched a whole bunch of shows that I didn't get to watch back in the day that
yeah,
they had on there specifically, or ones that I never got to watch when they came out, sort of thing, because of life.
yeah.
And I plowed through like fucking 10 series in a year, maybe 15. I just plow through shit. I'm like, I know this series. I've never watched it. Let's watch it.
Reminds me of when I piled through Supernatural from the very beginning.
Oh yeah, just sit there and go, I'm not going to be here for 3 days.
Yep. I just binge watched the shit out of it.
I mean, we all have our
Yeah.
little clicks.
Every time a new season was dropping, I would always binge watch the entire series. Starting with season 10, I think it was 8 or 9.
Nice.
Yeah, I would binge watch the entire series every time a new season came out. Get to the point where I pretty much know like when
every little fucking detail.
Yeah, like there would be.
I
different...
remember a lot of the show. I don't remember every little detail. Certain
it got to the
certain
point
episodes.
Got to the point where
better.
by the time I got to season 10 or 11, I pretty much knew what every episode's format was.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Like, I knew the intro, I knew, what each chapter was going to be in the episode.
Well, I mean,
you
once
even
you've
know what
watched
framework it
enough
is.
seasons of the shows, it's like, oh, yeah, uh-huh.
But I have to say that finale, though, the finale of Supernatural,
that was dog shit.
they could have easily have done way more with that. I mean, there was I I watched a guy review it.
COVID kind
a
of
while
fucked the
ago.
show, so they're like, okay, let's just finish it.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was gonna last way longer. Plus, with the way shit was going, it's like,
Yeah, I thought there would be a 16
And
season
because
at
they're
least.
recording the whole thing in Canada.
Yeah,
And
Vancouver.
with the Canadian bullshit that their government and whatnot, they completely fucked the whole thing.
Yeah, no,
Because I remember listening to some of the interviews with the actors while they were doing the last season, talking about, well, we could have done it in America. There was less restrictions in certain states, but they said no, so that way it didn't look too different and da-da-da-da. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, no, it's kind of fun and weird.
The two actors that are the brothers and Castiel's actor talked about it in excess, how, like, they tried to, like, okay, can we do this? No, it's the CW, it's...
Yeah.
So we're stuck here.
Yeah, Jensen, Jared, and Misha.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's funny because there was a guy that was a YouTuber guy who was not a big one. He was one of the smaller ones. But he was reviewing the opening, the pilot of Supernatural. And then he reviewed the finale.
Last episode.
Without even watching the rest of the series. He watched the pilot and then he watched the finale. And what he noticed was that in the pilot, very promising, very decent film editing, very decent writing. You know, got that whole mystery going on.
Yep.
Got the whole brother coming in from to a
from the middle of fucking nowhere and interrupting the other brother in college.
Yeah, and then finding out that there's like a childhood there, or finding out there's a history there that the audience doesn't know about yet, and then you got the mysterious dad who's missing, and a very promising pilot. And in the finale, he was like, what'd they do? Just get lazy? Because literally, he's like...
Well, the restrictions with COVID, they're just kind of like, alright, fuck it, let's just finish it. Because with all these restrictions, all this bullshit we gotta do, I literally listened to him talk about like 30 interviews.
Yeah.
Scrolling through shorts and other stuff, they were like, the biggest issue was all the fucking restrictions on how much time and da-da-da-da, even though we were shooting most everything outside, not in a building. Yeah,
he broke down like the action sequence in the finale with the vampires.
The half-ass
sequence? Yeah, and he said that he's like, dude, if you're gonna have this long-standing show that's a series, he's like, from my understanding, it's like 15 seasons or something. He's like, if you're gonna spend that much money on the season or the series, and you're gonna have these well-paid actors and stuff like that, he's like, why would you have it to where like he even replayed some of the clips from the battle scene where like he was like, did they really just do the exact same action cut with every person that got their head cut off? Like every effect is the same, every camera angle is the same, and even the damn sound of it. He's like, what do they do? Just copy and paste the entire time? And then like...
Because of all the restrictions, not being able to get the people that they had working for them, or the people that they had working for them with effects and shit saying, fuck off. You already paid me for the series, but guess what? I'm not dealing with all this bullshit.
He made a joke. He said
a lot of people.
He said it's like he said it was one of those series. He's like where it seems like they were given a decent budget for the pilot. You know, not like a giant budget, but like just enough to where like it's not dog shit.
Yeah.
And then the finale, they like cut the budget in half from there.
No, basically, okay, COVID's happening. You say you're only gonna do 1, maybe 2 more seasons. This is as much money you get. That's like maybe half a season's worth of money. Figure it out. Fucking shit.
Stretch it out.
We're just doing 1 season, guys.
Yeah, like he said that he was like, when he was reviewing that the finale episode, he was like, it was like they took the budget that they were already constrained with and cut it in half. And so they did a lot of recycling of footage or of you know, the way that
they've always done, and it's the sounds they've been using since the beginning, so fuck it, we'll just reuse it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they literally got fucked and couldn't hire the people they wanted or keep people on staff because they didn't have the money to keep them on staff.
Yeah, and apparently there was an entire sequence they were going to do for the finale where they were going to have Dean and Sam in heaven because they were going to die anyway, but they were going to go to heaven, and instead of Dean just driving through heaven and then meeting up with Sam at the bridge, there was supposed to be an entire concert, and there was supposed to be an entire like thing where they meet every person that they ever knew throughout the series, including their parents.
Yep.
And they like, and then Kansas was gonna play the Carry On song, and Kansas was gonna play the song as well as other songs, and it was gonna be this giant party style.
It was supposed to be like a
sequence.
5-10 minute.
Yeah. to close
Outro.
out. Yeah, to close out the series.
Fuck shit. Stare at my dick, bitch. Ow. Nope.
You okay?
Fucking cramp. That cough pulled a muscle.
Oof.
Stare at my ass, camera. Ow.
You're going to get mooned.
I mean, why not put it on the internet? What are they gonna do? You got a hairy butt! So do you, motherfucker! Look at yourself! And if the chick I was talking to actually came and watched it, that'd be fucking shit. Oh my god, I saw your ass! I know, it doesn't look fabulous. Because how confident I am on that sort of shit.
Yep. Yeah, I actually watched the recent episode of The Boys last night.
Yeah, well, I don't have my Prime, so I can't watch it.
Oh, you haven't been able to watch any of it?
Nope.
Ah.
Because I got an email a few days ago, last week, I think it was, after you talked about it before I could get on Prime, and your Prime has been canceled. You didn't have enough money. It was $160 fucking dollars.
Damn, I just paid them monthly.
I did the once a year, because that, oof.
I should do it once a year, but
Because it
tax
was,
season already
at
happened.
the beginning, it was $100 fucking dollars. God damn it. Oh, this is the shitty part about doing ab workout.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we took Jose to the gym last night, and
Hose B.
and Hose B came out, and it wasn't the alcoholic Hose B. It was the weightlifting Hose B. It was great.
Oh, it was nice as fuck.
Yeah.
Him and
He did like 500, 600
most
reps.
other people freaking fight us, and he's like, "Alright, I'm down."
Yeah.
And then
We were
kept
gonna
lowering
walk
the
away.
weight.
We were gonna walk away, and he said, "No, I want to do bench press." And we're like, "Really? All right, cool."
Yeah, and then he tried to do the bar. I can't do the bar, and I'm like, "I got this. Come over here." Just set it up on the stand machine or the
Standing bench press, which is 20 pounds lighter for him.
Well, because the stand machine takes off 20 pounds, because if you have an issue with balance, they think, well, it's the weight of the bar. Motherfucker, if the thing was still 45 pounds, I could fucking do it. My issue with doing a regular squat without the stand machine is my balance. So, what do? Stumble.
Yeah, no, he's a tiny guy. Like, he's...
Jose makes me look fat, and I'm tiny.
Yeah.
I think I last weighed in, we weighed me in last night at 180.
Yeah,
I was
thereabouts.
174... What, 2 weeks ago when the relationship was going to shit?
Yeah, it's weird because a few months ago, I would weigh less than he did, and he would fluctuate between a certain weight and weight, and I would weigh
190
less.
and 200.
Yeah, and I was fluctuating between 175 and 180. Now he's 180 and I'm 186. I'm only 6 pounds higher than he is. Like, we're like neck and neck all the time on our weight. But like Jose is tiny. Jose is like 135.
Fucking lightweight bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's tiny. Like,
No.
you guys were to see him and stuff, you guys be like, holy crap, he is tiny. But like,
Well, I thought it was funny when he's
we're
like
eventually
doing
turning into
this
a rip tiny
yesterday.
man.
And it's like, dude, you could see your fucking ribs. Of course you have tiny as shit. Quit drinking and actually eat real food.
Yeah.
But he's like all amped up to go to the gym with us Saturday though.
Yeah, I
So,
hope that
fuck
actually
yeah.
happens, because that'd be great.
No, I expect it to happen because, fucking muscles. Like Aunt Charlene was saying, it's the CMT giving me a Charlie horse in the middle of my abdomen. Which means I just gotta do more crunches and more fucking sit-ups so that way the muscles get relaxed again. Because I do them actually, I take that back. I probably need to draw the back of hair, but I'm not going to go extremely hard like I always do. But whenever I do abs stuff, which is funny because you should be working out your abs every second of every day because you breathe with your abdomen, or should breathe with your abdomen, not your chest, because that also gives you a permanent six-pack.
Yeah.
But the issue is with the CMT and the way the muscles don't like to fucking stay, or the way they deteriorate, working myself out super hard for like a week, the pain will go away, but then the Charlie horse of the abdomen from moving too much happens a lot.
Yeah.
Jose got to see that earlier today where I couldn't fucking move out, and I was like I've been smoking for fucking 50 years, yeah.
Yeah, you were doing the labored breathing and
Oh yeah. That's why when I told the ex, it's like, no, you have no idea the pain I go through. When I'm actually in pain, no offense, You popping a kid out of your hoo-ha doesn't look like shit. No offense to the females, but with the extreme pain I go through, put the electrodes on me, let's turn that fucking bitch to 20. Screw your 10. I can take it, motherfuckers.
Dude, I
might be in peak and just sit there and go, like a pregnant woman, and I just sit there and breathe like her, and everybody be like, the fuck are you doing? Dealing with the pain, shut up.
Yeah.
So I'm so used to like this whole part of my body. I mean, I've been having abdomen, what my aunt called abdomen Charlie horses since I was, God, how old was I? 16?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been dealing with them for fucking 15 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just another part of my life. It's like, okay, I've been too much in the middle. Ow.
I really was watching him walk into Walmart when his leg decided to just and
oh, tell me to go fuck myself.
Yeah,
that sucks when that happens.
When he was doing the wheelchair thing, and he was determined not to use the wheelchair that day, and walked in with his walking stick, and I'm like, and we're not talking like walked in with his walking stick, like, you know, you guys probably have your mental image in your head of like, oh, this is gonna be okay, whatever. No, he literally was standing like this, his face just fixated on the stick, like he was trying to use it as like a like a barometer, and he was just like, and then he'd stop and go, and then go, and I'm like watching him, I'm like, are you okay, man? And he's like, I'm gonna get through it, don't worry about it. I'm like going, okay.
I have walked through hell before, and I will walk through hell again. Bring it, motherfuckers.
His whole face was red and purple, and he was like, veins were bulging out of his head, and he was sweating, and I'm like, you know, you could use the assistance, and he's like, no, we're gonna get through this. He was like, if I don't do this now, my leg will not let me walk the rest of the night.
Hey, I was right though.
Yeah, no, he was. His body's weird.
Well, the shark Marie tooth kind of fucks me on a lot of things. But the one thing it's never fucked me on is putting a smile on a woman's face. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always funny because everybody's like, how many women have you been with? 6. God, that's a low count. Dude, if I ran around and fucked all these, no offense, to any females, all these hoes like everybody thinks I do, my body count would be immeasurable because I'd be running around just banging bitches.
He's got like 7 or 8 right now that are talking to him.
I mean, you always got to keep your options open. Especially when none of them say they don't want a relationship, they just want a dick for the week. Or weekend.
I asked him for some of the pictures of one of them, and he's like, no, it's my collection, not yours. And I'm like, God damn it, she's hot. And then, of course, when he showed the wife him, you know, because I was expecting her to be like, ooh, she's cute. Instead, she was just like,
he has a type.
He has a type. And I'm like, you're a type?
And she's like, no. Her eyes. The way her eyes are. He has a type. I'm like, you damn straight I do, and I know what my type is.
Yeah.
Either you are or you aren't. If you're not, okay, I'll just wash you away. Goodbye. So
Yeah.
long. I'm like, I fucking care. But if you're my type, I'm going to see what happens. Either we're just friends with benefits, we can fuck buddies, or I'm going to be over and picking you up daily because I need somewhere to fucking do something. And no offense, you taste good. You feel good. You're a match. Come, join the party of my craziness.
Yes.
Like I tried to do to the last one before she got scared and ran back to her old patterns. Fucking dumb bitch living in a homeless fucking goddamn shelter. Jesus fuck, you had a place. You liked the dick. See, that's the bitch I have with the last one, because she liked it so much she bitched it was too fucking good. It's like, there's no fucking such thing.
Right.
If it's so good, you're afraid I'm running around giving all your friends the dick because it's that damn immaculate. Why don't you just, like, lock it down then, bitch? Quit being sketchy.
Yeah, no, she had a whole, like, I mean, it may be a trailer, but it was a roof. And,
oh my God.
And, like, you know, like, things weren't glamorous or amazing overall, but it was still a place.
We were working towards it. Why can't you be patient, bitch?
Right. And
it's the whole,
so instead of
lesbian
her
feminist bullshit about I have to be independent. What's wrong with being with somebody and being dependent on each other because, oh wait, that's how we're built.
Because even though
as mortals.
like, you know, where she went, I would have expected her to go for like a, you know, guy who has a place, who has all these fancy stuff, because that's normally what you would expect or assume, right, or think. But no, she left to go to a homeless shelter, and then we're like, why? You had a roof, and it was,
and you had a dick so good you bitched it was too good.
Right, exactly.
Where's the bad part here?
Yeah, it was weird. Like,
no, that's where I got pissed.
Yeah. No, it was weird because every person I've talked to about it, like whether it's the people at the gas station or, you know, just to get like
random people.
I tend to summarize it too. I don't go into too many details. I don't because I don't do gossip. But like I do. But I would tell them like the idea of what's going on, or at least the idea, the general gist of the situation,
of what was happening.
And they would literally look at me like they'd be like, "What was her problem?" And I'm like, "You know as much as I do now." In a way. I mean, some of it.
And then I'd
a lot of blanks you don't know about, but that's the general gist.
I'd walk up to where you guys were talking together, went pissed. It's like, you deserve way better than that. I know.
One lady, she was just like, you know, you're not a weekend bitch, right? Weekend whore.
I'm not the weekend dessert.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know. But give me a few more weeks. I got a few things in the pot. We'll see what pans out. And if anybody tries to kill me or fuck me. And if they fuck me, either I'm going to stay or I'll just, okay, you're just the weekend screw.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting emotionally attached again because that, I don't know, with the connection with me and her was fucking weird. But it was there.
Yeah, no, you were...
she got fucking weird, but I'm like, well, if you know the connection's there, why are you fighting it? Why are you running away?
One of his other alters unknown came out and said, who broke Karnage? He literally Facebooked it too. Like, he literally went on Facebook and typed, who broke Karnage? And then he texted me and said, and then Unknown was apparently talking because he was like texting me and shit. And he's like, there's like 500 of us and someone broke Karnage. Who did it? And I was like going, huh, never met you before. If I did, I didn't know. And then I just started figuring out a bit more about Unknown. He's a funny guy. Let's just say that.
Yes. He's the comedian.
Yeah, no, it was straight up. Like that one night when he was out and she was, you know, here and we were in the backyard just, you know, throwing commentary back and forth and she was drinking a little bit. You know, they were like Smirnoff, you know, bitch beers and shit like that. And I had a couple just to kind of like.
White Castles.
Yeah,
they taste like ass.
Yeah.
Flavorful. I'll call that straight out.
They taste like flavorful.
The flavor is shit.
Yeah, but they taste like flavorful ass. But like I was sitting there and I was drinking a couple of them just to kind of like just hang out, whatever. You know, just got a small little buzz or whatever. Nothing too major. To the point where like 20 minutes later you're like, and it's gone. But like, yeah.
You ain't wrong, brother. You ain't wrong.
Like she was there. We were like bullshitting and stuff, and Unknown's just firing off jokes like I am, and so suddenly we're both two Deadpools just going back and forth, and you know, this little comedian was coming out.
So fucking hard she couldn't even smoke her e-cigarette. Priceless.
Oh yeah, no, we got her to choke like several times.
And that was before I went into the trailer. But anyhow.
Look, rim shot.
No, it was more like.
Yeah, no, I got so used to coming outside after work and like firing off one-liner, and then she'd be sitting there trying to puff on her e-cig and then go, and then, like, you know, because she's laughing and stuff, and she's like, and so I was like watching her do that, and I'm like, that's not the only one-liner tonight.
Yeah,
and that's why it was so confusing.
That was fun.
That's why it was confusing as to why it ended up the way it did, because you know we're like, oh, this is going great. Even she told us, she's like, oh, this is amazing. I love it. I'm having so much fun. And then, you know, whoop.
She let her stupid self be stupid.
Yeah.
And then she tried to keep a way back in, and I realized that's what she was doing. And I'm like, nope, I gotta cut all ties, or she's not gonna learn how to let something go.
Yeah.
Here you go, bitch. Stamp of, you're a dumb fuck.
Yeah, because she left. She left, and then she left some stuff here with the idea that she was going to come back to get it. It's that whole I'm going to leave my stuff
to get
there.
her. It's I'm going to leave it there because I'm going to swing by 2 to 3 nights a week.
Right.
And I told her, you know, if you swing by, I'm fucking railing you, right? Miss, I can't take dick more than 1 day a week.
Yeah.
I mean, I disproved that because I fucked her 4 times in 1 day.
Mm-hmm.
Less than 12 hours, but...
Yeah.
It's like, see, you can take more than fucking once a night, bitch.
Yeah.
And then I took her, went to see her kids, and the last night there, oh my god, I wrecked that bitch.
What's up? I see a Jonah.
What's up, homie? I railed her
popped up
so
in the chat.
hard, she literally passed the fuck out. Round 1, she was still awake. After round 2, she's out! We have a KO!
He's talking about his raunchy life that he had with his now ex.
Oh, I mean, I might as well tell good stories because they're fun.
Yeah.
I find them hilarious that she was a weak bitch.
Yeah, no, she
she couldn't handle this dick.
It was like a
Which
mild
makes it funny.
It was like a mild version of what happened between you and the one lady you were with, Jonah. They found me.
Which them?
Wait, who found you?
Which they?
Because I know you were in Vegas. Yo, Gustella's here.
She's just been listening to our lunacy.
Yeah, she's been listening to us talk smack and talk about Godzilla and other shit.
And kaijus.
Yeah, and kaijus.
Kaijus and mechs and Gundams.
And then the local kaiju that's in his pants.
I mean, I've talked to a couple of my exes, but they probably agree with you. So who found you, Jonah?
I see. I mean, you never answered the question. You said they found me. They found you. Which they?
They with tits, or they who want to put a dick up your ass, or they who want to arrest you? I need details, homie. Boy, you have so many trans around here, you never know. She lost her tits, and now she's a man. But she still has a hole you can plug.
I mean...
Well, it's like I told you. Dude, I don't care. If a gay man says he wants to suck me off and then bends over and tells me stick it in his ass, I'm going to put on a gun and stick it in his ass.
You said that you haven't met a chick yet that can do the things that you want them to do, so maybe a gay man would do it.
I mean, if he's game.
And that's how you brick.
Huh?
And that's how you brick.
Fucker. Well, I mean, the honesty is, I know and have been with a few women.
You said you spotted me. I'm imagining being found in the wild, naked, eating grass like the absolute animal I am.
I mean, sure, apparently he's a werewolf and he turned back into a human.
We have found the kaiju.
It is Jonah.
Yeah. You are wild and naked, and somehow you're on YouTube typing on your phone.
The only question is, which one of us is he staring at more?
Right.
You.
Yeah.
The one with the less hair or the one with the long hair?
No, I appreciate that Jonah popped in because I haven't.
Especially the jokes.
Yeah,
I love this shit.
Because Jonas sometimes pops in here and it's pretty cool. Werewolves eat grass. I mean, if they're vegan.
No. The werewolf eats the grass after it's killed a human and eaten its heart to clean off its teeth before it turns back into a human. So we caught you mid-transformation back into a human and you were still eating grass because you need to clean your teeth. I forgot your toothbrush. 2 counties over on the tree. I got stories, homie. Let's do this shit.
It's the vegan version of the werewolf's tale. Werewolf in London or whatever that is.
There's a few of them, but yeah.
We were talking about his... at first we were talking about kaijus, because that's what the idea of the show was for this today. And then we were talking about... I mentioned the fact that I've seen The Boys, the recent episode of The Boys. And then after that...
I brought up that my Prime's gone.
Yeah, he brought up his Prime's gone, so we can't watch The Boys, unfortunately. And then somehow we ended up talking about
my ex and how she's a stupid bitch.
Yeah. Why you guys gotta be telling all my secrets to the world? Because you
Your
shared.
secrets? I'm sorry. I know all the werewolf lore and I know all the facts.
And sharing is caring. You can tell Karnage loves the world because he loves to share.
My dick, but anywho. It's coming at me! Swallow! Ah! At least that's what most bitches scream.
Down the hatch.
Or they're like, oh, it can't be that bad. It's not what? Fucking bitch. Nah, no woman's ever been able to suck my dick well enough to make me come. Only one or two have gotten close.
There's a fun fact for you all. I'm just lurking.
Good. But I mean, the last one almost got me there for like a couple seconds. And then her dumbass moved. Which proves she has no idea how to suck dick.
I keep forgetting to put the taglines to all the people that are talking. So, like, I'll be, like, saying something and people think that's me saying it, but really I'm just reading a comment. So, Ghostel says, I'm just lurking. Jelena Thibodeau says, why you guys gotta be telling all my secrets to the world? There you go, context.
And Ghostel has weird,
she's
icky faces.
Apparently vomiting.
Oh. But anywho, Tika, my old sister-in-law's now ex-wife.
Yeah.
Bitch went at it for 2 hours. She couldn't fucking hold her breath or breathe through her nose well enough. I got close, but bitch couldn't fucking get me to do it either.
She was hitting that.
No,
she was trying to go at the kaiju to make it spit, and
bitch couldn't accomplish it.
For 2 hours straight.
Hour or two, yeah.
Holy shit!
I have the resilience of a god. Work hard, bitch.
Ghostel says YouTube has live chat replay. I mean, yes, but never have enough viewers to give a fuck.
Well, that's why. I mean, even when we were doing it on TikTok before we decided to be the little bitches, it was like, yeah, fuck off. We'll read your shit if and when we see it, if we decide to.
And one of these days, I will finally be able to do a comment section video, which would be nice. And let's hope it's not a bunch of fighting.
No, I hope it's a bunch of fighting.
Oh, you want the fights?
Say, oh, yes. I want me and you to do a fucking video, or you do it, and I sit here and watch it about everybody cussing and arguing about me. I'm like, this is cute.
Just call it the Incel Wars. And then the Incels strike back.
Bring it!
Return of the Incel. Just to, play Star Wars.
Because, I mean, now that she's gone, you brought up something that I never even thought about. That you told her and you told me you told her. Which I found funny. It's like, oh no. He talks the game here because that's where the fuck he goes.
Yeah.
There is no here. He's... or nothing at all. Like I told her. Because I brought it up, you're like, oh yeah, no, I told her that when she brought up the fuck.
Yeah.
Thought I was running around screwing all the girlfriends. I mean, I could have, but...
I remember that. I remember her bringing up, like, 3 names concurrently. One of them was Brina, which is short for Sabrina, not the teenage witch.
No, I know who she is.
Not the teenage witch, but like lady. And then
I'd like
Tracy.
To give her a throat to try.
Tracy, and then there was a third one that she kept bringing up, but I don't remember the name.
Megan? Or Amanda?
Amanda. Yeah.
For shits and giggles? No. Because she looks older than me, but she's 36. I do that one just to go...
One number off. One number off from being a Clerks joke.
I mean...
Could have been 37 in a row.
But that was the thing. She's like... I'm like, how old is she? She's only like 36. And I'm 41. The fuck, bitch? But I mean, like I said, it's the Potter and the Barnhill genetics. It's the Native American and the fucking German. And from Russell's, I think it's that
got
side.
it. Jonas says, got it. get back to making music, but saw you were live and wanted to stop by. Thank you for being here, Jonah. I will hit you up.
Seeing you.
If you haven't already skipped off to the void, I will send you a message thanking you again for being for swinging by, saying hi, and being part of the show. We appreciate you.
Very much so. No, but I lost my thought. Where was I? Oh yeah, because of the Italian, the Native American, from mom's side, and I think from both sides, the Sweden blood.
Yeah.
The combination, mixed with the German, and I am fucking immortal. Fuck it. I'm just gonna run with it forever. You don't look like you're 41. That's the point.
Yeah.
And no offense, if or when I get women, or woman, depending on the situation, because a lot of them keep saying, I just want friends with benefit. I just want a fuck buddy. It's the same.
Yeah, there's been like a lot of that commentary going on. Like he's been running to like 5 or 6 of them in just the last day or two, where they just want friends with benefits. They just want to get the benefits without the commitment.
I'm down. Because I mean, you the 2 months I was with the ex.
Yeah.
I dropped fucking 20 pounds. Like it wasn't shit.
Yeah, no, it was shocking.
So apparently, the more fucking I do, the healthier I am. So I just need, no offense to the ladies, whether a few of them like me more than what they'll admit to, but we'll see what happens when we meet up and stuff happens. It's quite literally, I'm gonna keep fucking. I'm gonna become the fuckboy I should have always been. Never got married. And I'm just gonna run myself ragged and still go to the gym fucking 5 days a week. And that's gonna be like, I am now immortal. Fucking suck my dick. I'm in the perfect shape.
Yeah, no, it's weird
and the
because
next person says, try me. I'm like, okay, you're next on the list. When are you available?
For the last 3 years, he has been between the weight classes of 185, 95, 220, 225. Like, he's bounced around between different weight classes. And then
excessively.
And kept saying his goal was 174 and kept going on about his game plan to get there and to actually weigh that amount. And that was because he wasn't getting laid. And then now suddenly he's getting laid nonstop. And now he's...
Right, was.
Yeah, was. And then he checks his weight and he's 174. And he's like, well, shit. And I'm like, hey, you hit your aspiration goal 1 pound less. The hell? And he's like, it's because I was getting laid nonstop.
Because she said no, and then I said, but you said not until the sun went down. The sun went down. And she went, oh, fuck, I did.
Yeah, I came out
and then she couldn't argue with it.
Yeah, I came out to the trailer to go vape, right? Because I usually, what happens is, if I don't see them outside by the trailer sitting on the chairs, I just either sit on the chair on the porch, or I go out to the yard and just kind of walk away from the house so I can just kind of be in neutral area. And then just vape or whatever, and just be by my lonesome, whatever.
But you'd gotten so used to coming out to the trailer to sit.
Yeah, I got so used to coming out to the trailer to sit because of previous resident, then him and her and stuff, and just the cycling, the now cycling door of that. And so I sat on a chair, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like vaping and shit, and I'm just like, kind of just zoning out, and then I like hear a, and I hear a, and I'm like, the fuck? And then I kind of just turned my head a little bit, and it kept going, and it got louder and louder, and I'm like, should I grab a camera? Should I start recording? Yeah. And then I just kind of kept, and then I'm like, and then the trailer itself started rocking back and forth. It was like,
even more!
Then I hear, and every time the trailer was hitting one side, I'd hear a, ah! And then the trailer hit the other side, and I hear, ah! And it was almost like rhythmic. It was like, and it was like a conductor, like I could conduct the sounds, and I'm just sitting, I'm like vaping still, and I'm just like, I kind of leaned into it a little bit and was listening in, and I'm like, I wonder if I can hear names being called out, and then I didn't hear anything, and I'm like, okay, and then I got up, and I was like, I wonder how it sounds over there, so I got up, walked over, because, I get bored and stupid and weird, but I sat on the chair on the porch, and I just kind of sat down, expecting it to dole out, and I could see the trailer still moving, but no sounds. No, it got louder. Like, somehow, it's like she knew, like, her It's like
no, she didn't know. I heard footsteps. I'm like, all right, we're giving somebody a show, motherfucker.
so
Let's
like
play this game.
and so it's like she knew that I was out there and got louder because I
She
walked
didn't have a
away.
fucking clue.
So I just sat there and I was like, and I heard it get louder and I heard like the musical notes of her pleasure emanating in the air and I'm like, how did she get louder?
I went deeper.
Then I'm like,
She didn't think I could go deeper. The night that was, I remember that night because I folded her up in a way she'd never been folded for shits and giggles.
yeah.
Because I wanted her to scream louder than she'd ever screamed. I folded her in a specific way and went, how about now, bitch? I literally grabbed her by the shoulders, pulled myself forward, then grabbed her shoulders and said, all the way.
Yeah, it was funny.
That's why she was screaming, because I went and goddamn all the way in, motherfucker.
And no, I did knock on the door once to offer to
it
film.
wasn't balls deep, it was fucking hip deep.
Because he's always said, if the trailer is rocking, don't come a knocking.
knocking.
So I left it alone. I just kind of sat there and listened as the thrills and the musical notes of the pleasure of the air of Karnage, of the wheels of Karnage were emanating in the air. And I'm like, I'm just going to sit here and just vibe. And just listen to it. And I heard, and I'm like, all right. It's like, Gabriel Iglesias, the mission.
I like that.
So I just kind of just vibed with it and was just like, whatever. And then eventually I was just like, all right, I'll go inside. It's just like, I was like, I could just do the exact same thing, and just vibe or whatever, look up stuff. And then I realized, I'm like, I do have to finish that one thing that I was doing. Or no, I'm going to go check on the wife and see, what's going on with her. Go inside, go upstairs. She's passed out. All right. I'm going to go try and write something or just watch a show or something. And meanwhile, the trailer is going, we're continuing our tango. And then I went outside, 10, 20 minutes later, it's still happening.
I ain't no lazy bitch motherfucker.
It was like a good
I ain't
hour.
a 5-minute friend.
Yeah.
I'm a good hour to 2 hour motherfucker. Because one night we went in there early. And I don't even think you came outside because you and Judy were doing something with the kids inside. Y'all were like having family time.
Yeah.
It's on one of your off days.
Yeah.
And kid was asleep. I'm going in. I'm tired. I'm like, okay, we're going in.
Yeah.
And went 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 and just kept on going. And by the time we were done, we came up for a cigarette, and I said, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's that time." She went, "The fuck?" Because we came out, it was like 9:45.
Yeah.
Right before me and you go get drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And we went in at like 8.
Wow.
So, yeah. She about shit her pants that day because she's like, the fuck.
I mean, I have
and
gotten...
every minute of it was, yes, thank you more, fuck me harder. Oh, wait, can't go harder. Fuck, I screwed up. I asked for the wrong thing. Shit.
I mean, I on my conquest, I've gotten a certain lady to 10
Scream?
times. Yeah. And scream, call out my name, all that stuff.
I got eep.
I get eepy. I mean, yeah, you get eepy until I,
put my dick in you.
Yeah, until I go for the...
Prize!
Yeah, go for the gold chamber, and then suddenly you ain't eepy anymore. No, you're in O-Town.
No, the secret chamber in Hogwarts. No, the secret chamber in my bedroom. I'll be right
Yeah. Then I plant my feet, especially when she decides to get on top, plant my feet, and then show her the booty dance that I learned at the gym, with the booty machine. And then suddenly she's launched in the air, and she's like, oh, fuck!
Yeah, because that trailer's got limited, range.
Yeah.
I literally, when we were in the fucking... This was round 1.
Yeah.
Of the last night we were there, Saturday night, because we were coming back Sunday. She climbed on top. I said, oh, we don't have a restriction on height. Bitch, you fucked. She said, huh? Leaned her back, knees up.
Yeah.
Showed her the show.
Went for the kill.
Her head she almost folded directly in half and just gone. Gotcha!
Yeah, no, I did the same thing to Ghostel.
When you have the talent, you have the talent.
Yeah, and then she.
I always think that's funny. Well, you haven't fucked 100 women, bitch. I don't need to. I am just that fucking good.
Yeah, and with her DID that she's had for years, I'm technically a fuck like 8.
You're a fuckboy.
Yeah.
But you're her fuckboy.
Only with one person, yeah. Same body, same, face, same everything, but on the inside.
Different brain, different personality, different aneurysm, or not aneurysms.
Aneurysms.
My brain just said, stumble over the word, it'll be funny. And it was. Different mannerisms and whatnot. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but no, I thought it was funny when the X was when Unknown came out. The fuck did you do? There's 500 of us in here, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is Unknown.
Yeah.
Literally just copy and pasted the first 2 messages she sent you.
Huh.
And then she went, the fuck? Oh yeah, you might have to talk to Peter all about this. This is what Judy used to do. This is what Judy has done.
Yeah.
I haven't done this since high school. What the fuck did you do?
Yeah.
No, I asked her, what the fuck did you do? I asked you, who the fuck did this? And then I threw it on Facebook. Let's see what the people say.
Yeah, no, I told you the Unknown, the general gist of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then
we've kind of re-merged in a different energy wave would be the best way to say it.
Yeah.
So, Karnage is back, slightly better, more to the original naming, which was S.
Yeah.
So, same personality, slightly different, less rage-inducing because of the stupidities that happened, so I had to put myself back together the way I originally was.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, yeah. No, that's why I'm like, well, fuck this stupid bitch. She can't take this dick and it scared her away. That's her fuck up, not mine. That just means I got the golden dick of God. Fuck off.
Well, technically, Peter is like a not full merging, but like a
partial between M and you.
Between M and me and who I was before. That's
Yeah.
just part of why I'm so different now. Like, there's a lot of things that are the same, but like, there's
well,
a lot of
your tells are the exact same.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But that's also like, what a lot of people don't realize is all the tells they have are learned tells.
Mm-hmm.
That's why every time I pointed out her tells, like, you know you're doing this, which means you're doing this.
Yeah.
She went, yeah, bitch, I'm reading it like a fucking book. You can deny it all you want. I know where the truth is. And when I started pointing that out to her that she's being a liar, and if she swore I'm not lying, then I'm like, okay, then what aren't you telling me? Because that's still technically a lie. You're hiding something.
Yeah.
She hated that shit. But I mean, when you read people like me and you do, including each other on a daily, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what pile of shit you're sitting in, or what fucking sunrise
what
you're
else
sitting
you
in,
gonna do?
because fuck it. Yeah. Like with Hoseby. He said, I didn't go drink, and I believed him, because he didn't have any tells he was lying. Good there.
Yeah, no, he's obviously been cutting back on that shit.
I promised him on Sunday, let him have one. I'd take him to Davis Lane's, let him have one with his buddies. Or at least take him so that way they would buy him one. Cause
Yeah.
I'd make them buy him one.
Yeah.
I got money. Shut up, put it away, motherfucker. They said they were going to buy you a beer.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have... And I'll just mention some random thing, since it's basically just a beer bar, which, ew. But if I gotta drink something that's not beer, that doesn't... That is considered a bitch beer, like a White Claw or something, then fuck it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, not like I'm going anywhere. But I'm also not stupid gonna have more than one than try to drive home like a fucking retard.
Makes sense.
I ain't stupid. I may be nuts, but I ain't stupid.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that he's cut back on a lot, and it actually showed last night.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was...
Because he came home late, not last night, night before, and I'm like, had a drink?
Yep.
No, I promise. I'm like, are you sure? Because there was a smell on him, and I couldn't tell if it was because he just went to the bar, or if he actually went and got a drink.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, this. They were drinking, I didn't. I'm like, okay, that's where the smell came from.
Mm-hmm.
Because as soon as you changed your shirt and came out, sat down, the smell was gone. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I said it straight out. I smelled it. So did you or didn't you? Without actually saying didn't or didn't you. I just.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
And he's like, nope.
Yeah,
seems to be happier when he's not drinking. So
yeah, no, he's
we'll just keep taking him to the bar.
Yeah, it's funny because
the gym.
Yeah, he seems like he's dramatically happy when he's not drinking because the drinking just kind of. It's like that angry, depressing rage that he's always in.
Little demon that's always on your shoulder. Yeah, have another one of my buddies. We're gonna fucking be stupid.
Yeah.
And kill ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you fucking retard.
Then he just gets hopeless, and like there was
and acts really, really bad for his own mental health.
Yeah. No, I went to the trailer that one night when we dragged him off to the pool, and I opened the door, and I felt like I walked in on someone in Vegas that's on the strip, that's like leaning on the wall, like on the ground, and they're sitting, and they just look like they have no life in them. And that's how I knew. I was like, no, I'm going to kick your ass in the gear, and you're going to come to the pool with us. You're going to live a little.
Oh, no, I already knew, because I'm like, okay, Peter's not out at the car. Alright, I'm going to go out to the trailer real quick.
Yeah.
Because I need to put something in the trailer, because I forgot my chips in the car. Hey, look, an excuse.
Yep.
Is he just laying there? No, I'm making him get up. Cool. Bag of chips. Time to leave.
Yep. Yeah, no, I was. I
know how all the bullshit operates.
I felt like I walked in on someone who
was trying to give up.
Yes. Like, I literally asked him in the trial, I was like, are you trying to die? And he's like, no. And I'm like, really? Because you look like it. And like, it was like this, like, he's my stepdad. Like, he's one of the only major connections I have left to my mom. And seeing him like that hurts. Like, really hurts. Because I just don't like... The version of him that I was aspiring to try and pull out of him is the guy that tells the jokes, is the pervert, is guy who doesn't have social boundaries as much, but is a chef. And gets
and a
paid.
Complete fucking goofball.
Yeah, a complete goofball, a badass, and a chef. Someone who goes out of his way for people that he cares about, follows promises, that sort of thing, has ethics, and cooks a lot, and enjoys it. And, loves his humor.
His biggest bitch is, too much crap in the kitchen. I'm like, I know, that's why I cook outside.
Yeah, no, he...
And he went, oh.
Yeah.
I gave him my freaking blueprint, he went, ah.
Yeah, the version of him that I saw that night was the version of him that is someone who doesn't have a lot left over and is just waiting to not wake up anymore. And I hated it. So I was like, nope, we're going to go to the gym. You're going to come to the pool with us. You're going to enjoy yourself for at least an hour. That way, you're given that different shade of life. You're given that
and the
kick in
last
the ass.
few days of us dragging him, he's like, I need just one day off. And I said, fine, you can have your one day off.
Yeah.
Which was yesterday. Or not yesterday, 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he went with us Monday and Tuesday, took off Wednesday. No, he went with us Monday, took off Tuesday, went with us Wednesday.
Yep. And so it's like, and even if it was, and I don't know if you guys realize this, but even if it wasn't my stepdad, I'd still be doing that shit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because I do the tough love
We
thing.
tried to do it to your stupid brother, but he like bitched out like a fucking pussy.
Yeah, no, we try to get him to do stuff too.
It's Christmas time. All the hours I got it. Motherfucker, come to the gym. It won't hurt. You won't be hurting or dragging your ass or feeling like, oh, I haven't got enough sleep. Pussy.
Also, the fact that, gotta go, Lilith is waking up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright.
That sucks, but okay.
Yeah, no, and it's funny is, with my brother being blood brother being a musician, you'd expect that he would want to go to the gym and want to
you would hope,
build up that stamina, because of all the ladies you've been getting attention from.
I mean, possibly.
But like,
I'd find it funny if one's here. Actually, let's see how many viewers we have. That's why I grabbed it. I wanted to see how many viewers.
But like,
keep going.
The band Epica, for instance, is there's so many bands out there that probably do it too. But Cohen Jansen, he's the keyboardist and he does CrossFit. Mark Jansen he's the screamer for the band. He's always been beefy
Ooh,
and shit.
nice.
And then you got
4 likes.
nice. And then you got different bands, people. So when I'm sitting
I
there,
wish I could see who's all in the chat.
and then Disturbed is another band that I really like. That before they had this last tour cycle, they were hitting the gym hard, and so to the point where like the drummer Mike, like when we saw him on camera and saw him on the stage this last summer, he was just beefy, and I was just like going, all right, they've all been hitting the gym hard. And so it's like...
Well, doesn't that sound like what I always tell everybody? And then when they all started showing up at the gym, you're like, hey, you got what you want.
Yeah, no, I told them, like, well, you got what you wanted. They, you told them to all show up at the gym, and now here we are. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like,
It's a sweet bitter.
when you
you fucking pricks.
What happened?
Like, we had 3, and now 4, and then it dropped to 1.
Oh.
I mean, that's at least Calypso. Don't know if she had it on the front room TV or not.
I don't know. I enjoy when people are
Is
here.
it down just to me? Well, that sucks.
I appreciate you guys
Aw.
for being here. Especially since we're going to be ending it soon. But,
yeah, we're getting about there.
yeah, I was like, I told myself tonight, I'm like, we're going to make it till at least midnight and see where we go.
I mean, I enjoy it when we make it to midnight.
Yeah.
We make it to 1 o'clock, it's like, holy shit, apparently we had a lot to say.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when we made it to like 3 in the morning.
We used to start at like, what, 9:30, 10 o'clock?
Yeah, it was like 8:30 to 9 is when we would try to start, just like when we would go to the gym around that time. It's just been hard. When you have kids, life is hard to balance.
Well, now you just have another one.
Yeah.
And the tiny one, which was easy, is now growing up and not the easy one.
Yeah, I know. She's a toddler now and getting into everything. And I have experience with that, with the previous 3, obviously. But it's like the wife herself forgets all the lessons she previously learned.
It's the pregnancy brain bullshit.
Yeah.
The cat stole my brain. I'm on restart. I got hit. The button pushed.
Yeah. No, postpartum depression hit her hard again. Which sucks.
Jesus. Man, see, that's the part where I'm like, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, looking back on it, I wonder if that's what made her, as she said, fall in love with me.
Oh, the postpartum?
Postpartum. She didn't like being with the dad, the father.
Yeah.
And then I came in, swept her off her feast, and did everything she needed or wanted done, and she went, the fuck?
Yeah.
And then once everything was done, I had nothing else to do, so she's like, do I love you, or did I just love you for what you did? And then the last 2 times I was with her, she's like, I love that dick.
Yeah.
She said that. She didn't love me, she loved my dick.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, this is the end of the relationship because you're just enjoying the fucking. Oh, fuck you, bitch.
Right. Because you wanted the relationship with the dick. Well, pussy.
With the pussy and tits.
Yeah.
I mean,
With the body.
I like big pussy and I like nice tits. Nice big tits with big areolas and fucking nice nipples that just suck them and they go, I'm here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because hers also, I don't even know if she knows this about herself. When she wasn't in the mood, her nipples tried to invert. I know a lot of chicks with inverted nipples, but none of them will ever let me suck on or try to get them happy.
It's where like the nipples just go in reverse?
It goes, yeah, pops in.
Oh,
In the
okay.
center.
Interesting.
I'm like, oh, you're going to play that game. So I started doing the things I do on her nipples.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it to every chick. Every chick's different because, you know, me, I read the energy by feel only. So especially when in the bedroom, it's by feel.
Yeah.
I knew how to get those nipples perky and get her in the mood. She's like, they're sensitive. I know they're sensitive. That's why they're inverting. Did what I did. And then he's like, ah! It's just like, it's just your nipple.
Yeah.
Shut up, it's wonderful. And the one night that she bitched about, because the fucking goddamn vampire bite lasted almost a fucking week.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy about that one, because she was so into it. I had folded her up, flipped her around, and thrown her and did everything I could think of, plus some.
Yeah.
That ideas that popped into my head while in the middle of it.
Yeah.
She didn't even realize that I had done that to her till the next morning. Actually, no. Excuse me. Until we were done and came out for a puff afterwards. I saw that and went, oh. Okay.
Yeah.
What? Nothing. What? You're gonna have to put that oil I make that like helps with bruises and stuff. On your neck. What? Ah! I'm like,
Yeah, no, that.
she was so into it. She didn't even give a fuck at the moment. She was enjoying the pain. I'd gotten her to a spot she never knew she could get to, and I'm like, fun. I'm gonna chew the shit out of your neck. I'm gonna give you a fucking proper goddamn hickey.
Yeah, no, it was interesting. Like,
And
I
gave
came
her two.
outside and I saw her entire like neck area from the top where her chin is, her neckline.
Here to here.
Yeah, all
and
the way
then
down.
here and here.
Mhm.
There were two of them. About my pinky thick.
Yeah, you could have easily have put like fake blood on her, and it would have looked like
Vampire fucking bite.
yeah, would have looked like
I
her
got her good.
skin had layered itself over and coagulated and scarred a little bit, and it would have looked like a perfect vampire bite.
Oh, fuck it. There was a reason for that one, though.
Yeah.
It's like, you're trying to tell everybody we're not in a relationship even though you want to keep this dick, you love this dick, you love me. I'm gonna make my mark, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, no. The mark was just out of pure anger, frustration, and I'm gonna make her enjoy this.
Yeah.
That's all that was. That was just pure sex rage. Right,
Makes
bitch.
sense. Yeah, no,
Because right before I did that, she said, I love your dick. You're a dumb hoe. I'm gonna have fun.
Well, it's a good thing when they love you and your dick, because that's what I get told.
Yeah, no, not until she was drunk the last couple nights her being here.
Yeah.
She say, I love you. I really do love you. And was almost crying about it. And then she told the other idiot that she loved him, and then she said, oh my god, I love you.
Yeah, no,
What?
then you had your ape shit storm episode in which you had to go get smokes and shit because she called him back and went, I don't love you actually.
No. It was before the end of the phone call. I didn't mean to say that. I should have said that to you. That's not how I feel anymore.
Yeah.
Fuck you for making me say that. And hung up. And I told her that the next morning, and she's like, that's not how I remember it. I'm like, those are the words you used. Or give or take a similarity, but that's basically the emphasis you put on it.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. And you kept asking me if I got you drunk so that way you'd tell the truth and tell me you love me. I didn't get you drunk for you to tell me the truth. I already know what the truth is. You said you wanted to get drunk. So I'm gonna let you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop you. You wanna get drunk stupid and tell me you love me. You don't wanna leave, then why the fuck are you leaving, bitch?
Exactly.
I mean, I'll drive you down to the fucking shit stack. If you wanna live in the shit stack, bye. Fuck off. Leave me alone.
Pretty much.
And then she had to bug me the next day about her pads, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a constant if I don't give her her pads and all of her shit. I literally stood on it all day and went, here you go, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because she tried to pull shit because I'm like, because the way she was acting, it's like, well, if and when you show up, what do you mean if? Just in case something happens? Like, the fuck? What do you mean? What do I mean if? You're acting like a crazy bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool, we're gonna play that game. So you're not gonna show up, so my if was correct. Send! Wait a half an hour, no response. Alright, I'm packing your shit up, bitch.
Yeah. You did
I'm
not
done
take
with
very long.
I'm done with your bullshit. Fuck you.
Yeah, you did not take very long on that one.
One fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see what the fuck would happen.
Yep.
I saw what the fuck happened. I'm cleared free, and now I'm gonna chase ass. Or ass will chase me the way you've seen the I'm like, what the hell they just said? I mean, that's cute, but look what the fuck they just said.
Yep.
You've literally also been reading over my shoulders. I know you have been one on texting and stuff, and like,
Yeah, a couple times I would look over because like he'd be texting something and then he'd have his phone flat on his leg, and so he'd be like, he'd say something, and then I'd look over and be like, wait, did I end up interrupting that voice message? Like in my head, I'd say that, and then like he'd start sending it, and then I'd see a picture show up, and it would be the chick, and I'd just be like, oh, She's nice looking.
Apparently I have a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm perfectly fine with that thing.
Yeah.
As long as they're fine with riding it, we're good. Like I said, I ain't never had a complaint until after a relationship, so which means the dick's good, they just get pissed and decide to complain afterwards. So, that's not my fault. That's because you became a bitch and I told you to go fucking eat shit and die.
Yeah.
This is my fault. The screams, the yells, the yes, fuck me harder, more, I need more, I need more, I need more.
Yeah.
I'll take that trophy. The other one, no, that's just because you pissed and you got kicked to the curb because you fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Throw that away because that's all bullshit and hurt feelings. So, suck my dick again, bitch.
Yep.
That's exactly where I'm at. At least currently. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But we'll end it on that crazy fucking note.
It's gonna be like, it's like 10 minutes away from 2 hours, so we should probably call it. And I was like, oh, it's 23 minutes past midnight. We've made it past our mark. So I'm TPAW.
Karnage 6778 on probably 80 to 90% of all the platforms.
Yeah, I'm pretty much TPAW or, Peter. And have a week.
Don't die, and if she's tasty, fuck her again.
Ho!